obviously, Emily, massive news tonight, not just winning the BNF, but recommitting to the club for the next couple of years. Obviously, very exciting times. Can you explain a little bit about your decision to recommit?
Yeah, obviously, in the end, there was a bit, obviously, to think about. Some incredible offers from different clubs and amazing opportunities presented. But at the end of the day, Brisbane is my home. It's my what feels like my family. As I've said a few times, we have a bit of a sisterhood here with the girls. And I think, we are on the brink of something pretty special here if we keep the group together. So I think, at the end of the day, I play football to win, for team success, to win games of footy and to hopefully win a premiership. And, I see that happening hopefully in the next 2 years here, and that's sort of what, really formed my decision.
Did you have to mull over it for long, Lacey? Because I imagine it's quite flattering to have other clubs interested in you and offering you sizable, contracts.
Yeah, it was, I did think about it for a little while, only because, sometimes you think about, what, a new challenge might look like for you, or, just a new environment and how you could develop in that way. But I think this season, same environment, but just bringing in even a new midfield coach, and that sort of, really did a lot for me. So I think it doesn't always have to, I think the grass isn't always greener on the other side. It's green where you water it. So, I think that was a huge part of my decision, and looking forward to more wins for the Brisbane Lions.
So, who did you lean on through the process? I imagine that's a difficult one because the competition hasn't had to go through, this too often itself. Like, who did you lean on, and who did you draw your who'd you confide in, I guess?
I think mainly my family. Obviously, Mum played a huge role. I think I would debrief everything to her, and she would obviously give me, her opinions on, no, don't go there, don't live there, and whatnot. But at the end of the day, when I did decide on Brisbane and told her, she was, really happy, and you could tell obviously that was her main, her preference. But at that point, she didn't want to sway me in other ways. And there's a few girls that I'm, really close with in the team, who I could trust, and they weren't going to give me that biased opinion. That were just were looking out for me. So, a few close teammates, but mainly Mum.
Is it a load off your mind?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's, obviously there's been a bit of talk in the media, and I'm certainly not used to that. Even seeing my name in some of the headlines is still so strange for me. So, it is just a weight off my shoulders, so I can just focus on what I want to do, which is obviously just have a massive pre-season again. And, I don't want to be a one-hit wonder. I want to, really have another strong season and be, consistent from here on. So, really, I just want to get back into training now that this is sort of done, and move along.
You set a pretty high benchmark this year. How are you going to get better?
Oh, I think just, consistency. Now I sort of know, where I can get to and where that level is. I just want to stay there or go beyond there. I think I'd love to, early in the season I was kicking a few goals. I'd love to be able to do that week in, week out. So that sort of died out in the later half of my season. So kicking goals, just get, fit, strong, and do it all again.
You touched on it a bit here, and your coach was adamant in his speech tonight about being in the window, and it looks like you've got a great team, a good platform. That must be how you feel ahead of the next couple of years. Yeah, I think so. I think this season is a big opportunity for a few clubs if they stay together. I think obviously Adelaide will be going through expansion with Port Adelaide, and we've already experienced that with Gold Coast when they came in, taking the Queensland talent. So I think there's a few of us who, if they stick strong, you'd hope that you have a great chance going into finals. So we believe we're one of those teams. And even we have Springfield on the horizon, which is going to be an amazing facility. While I've been here for 6 seasons, and sometimes things can get a bit stale in terms of facilities and, constant changing schedules with availability, I think having Springfield is a massive draw card. Hopefully you get to play some games there this season, though.
Yeah, hopefully in the later half. Yeah.
I guess the only other question I had for you, Emily, was around, obviously you say you don't play football for, the individual accolades, but it must be a reward for all that hard work this season, and, to cap it off with the best and fairest tonight. You've clean swept everything. It really must be the cherry on top of what was a really great season for you. Yeah, it really is the cherry on top. As I said, you never think you're going to win these things. You just want to win games of footy and be consistent each week. All I want to do is contribute. So I was happy I was able to find another level this year, and it's kind of just been, it's just
I've been able to show myself, like if I set goals, if I am disciplined, that you can go to different levels. So I think it's been a learning curve for me, and hopefully for a lot of the girls, that you don't have to just be where you are. You can go to that level. It's going to take commitment and discipline. So yeah, it's been awesome, and hopefully I can do it again.